At Ultra Cooker, we have just tested the Moulinex Bake Partner, and in this video, we are going to tell you what we honestly think about it. And if you are interested in this product, please note that we have put a link with its best price just below the video. This stand mixer is quite large. It covers an area of 25 by 32 centimeters on a worktop when the bowl is fitted, with a height of 34 centimeters. As for its power cord, it measures 1 meter 15, which is interesting if you do not have a plug nearby. The appliance weighs a reasonable 6.7 kilograms thanks to its plastic structure. However, this has the disadvantage of slightly reducing its robustness. Under the robot, there are 6 suction cups, which are effective in keeping it firmly in place while it is operating. The stainless steel bowl has a capacity of 4.6 liters, which is enough to whip 10 egg whites, prepare 40 cupcakes, make 3 pizza doughs, or mix 1.8 kilograms of light dough. For the price, we would have liked an even higher volume, but it is true that this would have increased the bulkiness of the device. On the practical side, there are 2 small handles on the sides of the bowl to make it easier to move. During our tests, we found that the bowl fitted well into place and was easily removed. On the other hand, it is not sufficiently locked, which caused it to move a little during operation. To raise the head of the robot, a button is located on the side just above the dial used to select the speeds. Note that the robot stops automatically if you raise its head, even if you forgot to reset the dial to 0. Regarding the accessories provided, we were a little disappointed because the kit with a beater, a dough hook, and a whisk is of rather mediocre quality. The accessories are light and do not really give an impression of solidity. There is also a 1.25-liter blender to be fixed on top. At the front of the robot, a slot is provided to accommodate the shredder present at purchase. It is equipped with 3 different attachments for grating and slicing vegetables into different shapes. Here too, it is a pity that Moulinex chose plastic for the blender and the shredder housing. As a final accessory, a splash guard with an opening on the side is also present. Finally, for maintenance, the brand indicates that everything can go in the dishwasher, except of course the main body of the stand mixer. So much for design and maintenance. Let's now move on to features and performance. The appliance has 8 speeds, all of which we found useful. There is also a practical pulse function, which allows you to activate the maximum power of the robot when needed. With 1,100 watts of power, we expected high performance and we were not disappointed. In particular, we managed to prepare bread and cake dough, whip egg whites, and whiten egg yolks very quickly. Here are the times that were necessary for the preparation of these recipes. For the 750-gram bread, we used speed 1 and it took 2 minutes 45 seconds. To whip 4 egg whites, we used speed 8 and it took 1 minute. For the cake dough, we used speeds 3 and 8 and it took only 25 seconds. Finally, to whiten the 4 egg yolks, we used speeds 3 and 8 again, and it took only 28 seconds. All these preparations were completed very quickly. On the other hand, we emphasized that the mixture was not always perfectly homogeneous. For example, the cake dough was not completely smooth. We therefore advise you to make it in 2 stages, the eggs, butter, and sugar first, and add the flour after obtaining a nice mixture. In addition, the bread dough was not formed into a ball, and a little flour remained in the bottom of the bowl because the dough hook did not have access to it. As the dough was very sticky, we do not think we could have obtained better results by letting the robot run longer. Yet we had followed the right dosages. Overall, we are therefore satisfied with the performance. But it must be kept in mind that this is a stand mixer for the general public and not for professional use, which implies that it has limitations. And that concludes our test results. So to summarize everything, the positive points of the Moulinex Bake Partner are its 8 speeds and a pulse function, its good overall performance, easy maintenance, lightweight, many accessories provided, and the fact that it is easy to use. As for the negative points, the fact that it lacks a bit of robustness and material quality, and that it is very bulky when topped with the blender. And that concludes our test. Thank you very much for watching it. As a reminder, you will find the link to this product with its best price just below the video. And if you like honest reviews of stand mixers, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel.